If you're having trouble coming up with a down payment to buy a home, definitely watch this video because it's all about down payment assistance programs. Hi, my name is Jennifer Canepoli and I sell residential real estate in Destin, Florida with Taylor Allen Properties. I am back with Bobby and we are going to talk about down payment assistance programs. So many buyers out there could benefit from owning their own home. A lot of times a mortgage is less than a rent payment. And so many buyers out there don't have enough money for that down payment. They also don't have someone who can loan them the money for the down payment or give them a gift. So there are assistance programs out there, and I'm here with Bobby to kind of get the scoop on that. Hi, we are back today with Bobby Andrus, and we are going to talk about down payment assistance programs. So Bobby, will you please just give us an overall explanation of down payment assistance programs in Florida?
Perfect, yeah. So for those loan types that still require a minimum down payment, like 3%, 3.5%, there are options from the government to give you that extra 3 or 3.5% in the form of a second loan usually.
I did not know that this existed. I'm sorry, buyers, I didn't know. Is this something that, let's say a buyer comes to you to get a loan, do you go over that with them? Like how do they find out about this?
Yeah, typically it kind of comes up in the conversation. We'll usually probe for every other option before we resort to that.
Okay.
Just because of the trade-offs, or they all come with a certain amount of cost to them. But yeah, usually we will go over that and give them those options and kind of research into which one fits them the best, or which one fits their situation the best.
Okay, quick question. Last time we filmed, we talked about PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. It's an extra payment essentially, or extra amount tacked onto your payment. Will the down payment assistance programs help you to not have to have PMI?
Not necessarily, no. You'll still have that PMI because it protects the lenders against the possibility of foreclosure or for you not to make your payment.
Gotcha. So PMI is protection for the lender. Got it.
Right, and then down payment assistance just gives you that extra 3 or 3.5%, or maybe a little bit more than that to help with closing costs as well, in order for you to be able to qualify with that particular federal program.
Awesome. Okay, is the first-time home buyer grants in Florida, is that the same thing as does that fall into the assistance program, or is that something entirely different?
Correct, that kind of falls under the broad umbrella of being a down payment assistance program.
But how is it different, or is it different?
They're just administered by different entities run by the state, or different departments of the state or federal government. So each kind of department, each county might have their own specific program, like SHIP, for instance. SHIP is a very popular program in Florida for the down payment assistance. And with SHIP, it's administered county by county, and they get their funds from the powers that be higher up, and then they allocate them amongst the counties, and then the counties get to dictate how they want those funds allocated and under what terms.
So there is a Florida SHIP program.
Yes.
Why is it called SHIP?
Ooh, SHIP. That is a great question. Luckily, I've researched it, and it is a State Housing Initiative Partnership Program.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's why it's called SHIP.
Yes.
Okay, Bobby, what are the pros and cons of down payment assistance programs?
So the pros are that they give you money for the down payment. They allow you to help qualify for the loan itself. So without them, you couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
The cons are that usually they come with a little bit higher cost. They might come with a higher interest rate. And sometimes they are in and of themselves a second loan onto your original loan that you have to pay back if you were to sell that particular property in a certain amount of time. Each program has kind of different guidelines on what they determine to be necessary for repayment.
So you're going to buy a loan, you don't have a lot of money to put down, your lender's trying to work something out with you, but nothing's working. You might want to fall back on a down payment assistance program in Florida.
Correct. And I mean, even when we do consultation with people, we say, you know, if you really don't have the money, go ahead, consult, see if you've got a family member willing to gift you that money. That way, that would be your best case scenario. Another option that people will overlook is if they have a qualified retirement account, like a 401k or an IRA. Some of them will allow you to borrow from that account without getting the tax penalty of actually withdrawing on it.
Gotcha.
So that's something, it's also very specific to whoever manages the account, so it's something for you to look into.
Okay.
But we recommend those first before turning to the down payment assistance programs, just because of the trade-offs.
Okay, awesome. Florida. Okay, so this video is all about down payment assistance programs in Florida. Last week we talked about how much money to put down and private mortgage insurance. Next week, or not next week, but in 2 weeks, we're going to talk about overall qualifying for a loan, what kind of house you should buy, and stuff that kind of goes along with that. Thank you for talking with me again.
And thank you for
week.
having me.
Yes, and we're in person. We're in person now, so we're happy to be in person. We're keeping a safe distance. But this is Bobby Andrus, and he is with University Lending, and we will see you again in 2 weeks. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, that was all new to me. I did not know that there were down payment assistance programs. So please, when you are speaking to a lender about getting a mortgage and you need help, ask them. Go over the pros and cons and figure out if it's something that could possibly work for you. Please go to the on my YouTube channel. I have a first-time home buyer's guide and qualifying for a mortgage little series. Check all the videos out. So many questions are answered. It's a wealth of information. Comment on the video, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back with a new video every Wednesday. Thanks. Bye.